Right. Hello fellow viewers and welcome back to yet another live stream. And well, I failed to get the Square and Star Shiny Voltorb, the stationary ones my viewers have voted for. So, in the beginning I wanted, or usually it was planned that I do the Why Not stream now, but yeah. As I just said, there's something else that needs to be hunted first, and hopefully today is going to be the day where I don't mess up. Alright, so let me use a... There we go. Need to use a repel here or else you're gonna waste a lot of time. There's a lot of wild encounters here. This is new Mobile. Oh wait, I think I just... Yeah, I did go in circles, didn't I? So it's here. Right, click this one. And then here's the first Voltorb that I can save in front of. So I'm gonna do that. And I do know that having the repel on you can change frames, so I'm gonna walk around a bit. This is the second Voltorb. And I'm gonna hope that I walk 200, there we go, 55 steps. Then the best repel goes up to 255 steps, and after that it's done for. So there we go. This is also Voltorb. So let's save in front of this one, and then hopefully this time I will get it. Oh hey there Alex, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I just woke up from a nap that wasn't really planned. I just wanted to lay down for a bit, and then I woke up just before the stream should be online, so that was kind of unplanned, but still that just happened. Right, so the delay is 85, so I'm gonna use that delay in the delay tab, and I plan on hunting both Star and Square shinies. I think I'm going for the Star one, no, not the Star one, excuse me, the Square one first. So I do suspect that Ian Timer has some kind of problem where when I use a frame that is below a minute, which 3571 is, then sometimes with the, I don't know, I just get inaccurate results. Well, let's see how it goes this time. No electricity. Oh, having fun in shelter. I was sleeping an hour ago too. Oh, you were sleeping at the same time. But to be fair, well, at least you got some sleep in your shelter, right? And you still had fun despite not having electricity. That's good. Did your thing from that you ordered to get to have electricity on the go, did that arrive yet? It's raining with the thunder. No, best weather to sleep. Oh yeah, definitely. I think I'm not the only one who sometimes, when I have trouble falling asleep, I'll just use my phone and I let weather storm videos with rain sounds and anything like of that sort play in order to fall asleep quicker, and that definitely can help. But it's even better if it's in real life, right? Can't beat that. Well, also the sound of fire crackling from a fireplace, that's also very relaxing and calming. Alright, 3 seconds. Should have gotten something to drink before I started. And no alcoholic beverage, please. I know some of my viewers suggested doing shots before, which no, I'm not. First of all, I'm not the kind of YouTuber who says that is a good idea to in the first place. I mean, it was meant as in a jokely manner, of course, but I don't drink alcohol anyway, so. Already have UPS for my router working a couple of days, enough for 6 hours. Yeah, that's the router thing, but didn't you also buy something for like an electricity generator, or am I mixing something up? Oh, so you have a couple power banks for that, okay. But at least you gotten some sleep out of. I mean, that is definitely in that kind of situation pretty good. This is why I might also come across as somewhat, as in, I mean, you can probably hear this, right? Okay, wait, I'll let the timer go first. Still not 100% there, cognitively speaking. But still, I did manage to hit the frames even while very tired, on and off stream. And I should definitely, should hopefully work. If not, if I don't get the Voltorbs today, then it's gonna be another day then. Maybe on, wait, hang on. Would one day work? No. I think it'd be Tuesday. No, not Tuesday, excuse me, Thursday. But yeah, I won't start the why not hunt before I get the Voltorbs. No generator, was thinking about a couple solar panels, but I'm not sure if I need them right now. They are rather expensive. Yeah, they are expensive, but they are a very good investment if you. I mean, the sun is a source of energy that's not gonna go away for a very long time, and with a very long time, I mean literally 4.5 billion years, and it's also a booming industry. Who knows? Maybe after the whole fiasco in the Ukraine is over, you can get some, even subsidized by the state, maybe. I know Luxembourg does that, where getting solar panels installed, you get subsidies by the state so that it doesn't cost as much. Which, of course, it's a good idea. Last night I've had a strange dream. It felt so real. My heart is still shaking the whole day. Oh, geez. If you don't mind sharing, I definitely know how it feels if you have a dream that's, let's say, just a little bit too real. Or a dream where I had that multiple times, where something happened and I was angry at a specific person in the dream. And yeah, after having woken up that day, still you have that lingering anger is still there, even though you know that was nonsense that happened in a dream. But yeah, I definitely know how that feels like. When that building, I noticed something suspicious. City is empty. There are no people as there should be this time, and I'm falling behind the group. And decide not to go into that building. Okay. So for specific dream themes that I see a lot in different people's dreams. You know, having a shady feeling about entering a certain place, a building, being behind on a group, or I bet a lot of people here had the dream where they had to attend an exam for a class they apparently forgot to take, and you still had to do the exam, and you know, that this is very common. Or getting to work late, getting to school late, whatever. Being in school, even though you're like out of school for over a decade. I have these dreams a lot lately. I'm not a fan of them. Turn around and I go away from that building immediately. There are a lot of police, special forces, Russian military. And I walk 2 blocks away from that building. Jeez, so there's already police, special forces, Russian military. Yeah, no wonder you dream things like that. That's definitely understandable. And yeah, I already excuse myself for being a bit of a sleepyhead now. I do wonder if I get the Voltorb tonight or not. All these people searching for us, but they think they are all inside and they are focused on that building. I'm shaking but successfully go away from that place. Okay. So the guide or the group you were part of went into the building. You didn't want to because you had a very shady feeling about going in. And then there's police and Russian soldiers. Not sure if you read the beginning, meaning I was in Moscow. No, I don't see that comment actually. Yeah, I'm going through all of them and I don't see one with Moscow. Maybe that's on my end. To be fair, Chrome has been acting up a bit lately. I'm really not happy with how Chrome is being in the last couple of years. I experience slowdowns with chat, sometimes chat messages not properly showing up, or things like that. Check Discord. In the general, I assume. Oh yeah, I don't see that message that comes before, because I was thinking to myself, okay, because you said, and we are going to that building, and I'm like, which building and we going? It appears like what you wrote alluded to the fact that there was a text chunk that came before it, but I didn't see it. So I was in Moscow in some place with a team. We were special agents. We have weapons and we have to go inside the one building where we'll be Putin in a couple of hours and we have to eliminate him. Yeah, that's kind of... that does sound like some kind of Mission Impossible thing. But yeah, that message isn't here. Very strange why it doesn't have that. Okay, 5 seconds, let's see. And for some reason Ian timer now stops at 0012. Okay. Let's open it up again. There we go. I think I'm gonna get something to drink real quick, and I'll type in the longest frame, or the latest frame, as in the longest wait. And I'll try to do it as quickly as possible. So that's 6 minutes. Super long. I mean, that is a long wait, but I'll be right back with you. And I think I'll also screenshot or at least snippet the chat, so Alex, you can see that that your message isn't there, or at least the one that you sent into Discord. Wonder why. And I just saw that someone, oh no, someone had a shiny slack off and killed it. No, that feels bad. Sorry about that. My condolences. Watch me whip, now you're gay. Welcome back, Arch. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, was that you with the slack off? My condolences. Hopefully you'll be able to reclaim it. Yeah, I'm sorry about it. Hopefully you'll get it back. I know how it feels when you fail a shiny like that. That definitely hurts. And it's not your fault, the game's user interface doesn't really make it clear sometimes where the shiny is, especially with a slack off, where the shiny is sometimes really hard to distinguish. Especially in the 3D games, depending on how the light is outside, you don't really see it. But anyway, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink real quick, and then hopefully I'll come back and get a shiny Voltorb. Let's see. So see you in a bit. Alright. Came back with massive amounts of time, but still better safe than sorry, am I right? Gotta go in an hour and I'll be out all night. Do you have plans, I see? Are there good spots to go? Where you are from? I know when foreigners enter into Luxembourg or they move here, they are always very disappointed about our lack of nightlife, which, well, I mean, Luxembourg isn't exactly known to have a very bright or, let's say, active nightlife. But it's very funny on the subreddit, they keep complaining about how boring it is here, which, that's fair. But yeah, I mean, if you want nightlife, I would suggest going to places like Ibiza in Spain that are known to have a nightlife. Back in my room, no danger for me now. Oh, that's very good. Strange for me to have these kinds of dreams. Okay. Well, I mean, I see where the dream is coming from, definitely. So you never had dreams like that before, where you go hunt someone or something like that? What you described happened? I'm in Spain without the S. Oh. Oh, is there a medical procedure that needs to be done? Hopefully the pain will reside. Hopefully it's nothing bad. Of course, I might be misunderstanding what he's trying to say, but you know me. Right, we have less than a minute. No? People say a lot about their dreams. They are hiding from Russians, from bombs, and I had the same kind of dreams before. Without the A? Oh, so you're in spin? I mean, that doesn't really... Sorry, I don't follow. Or maybe there is a town in Canada that is called Spin. Not that I'd be surprised, honestly. Well, let's see. I mean, I don't think it's that, but I'm not gonna go for that one now because it's way too long. So let's go for the lowest frame. Now I have dreams about eliminating the main reason of our problems. I think this can say a lot of my personality now. Now it has changed. Well, I don't think that you need a personality change in order to have dreams like that. I do understand why you are having this specific dream. I think even the most tolerant and well-wishing and well-meaning people can be pushed that much over their limits or their boundaries that they have dreams like that or they have wishes like that. You live in spin. I do want to spin an actual place. I know there's places in the world that have the weirdest names. There's literally a place called Hell in Norway. And I think they had to guard or at least secure the billboard or the sign that says "Welcome to Hell," because people kept stealing it. It wasn't the only town that had that problem. There's also a town somewhere called, well, Fuck, if I'm not mistaken, and they had the same fiasco going on. Hey there, Ahmed, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I'm insane? Well, maybe a little bit, but I mean, I don't know what you're trying to tell me, sorry. Or you want to tell me you live in a spin, aka, you spin all the time? Spiraling out of control? I don't know. No idea what I'm trying to say. But then again, I started to stream when I woken up from a nap that was maybe a bit too long, or longer than I planned. But pretty funny how I didn't need to put a reminder or set an alarm. It's a joke, you buffoon. I was way too autistic for that, sorry. But there are definitely towns or places with weird names, so... Spin City is a comedy TV show. It is? Never heard of it. What channel is it? Autism Bean, definitely. Autism Bean that just woke up from a nap that was way too long. So maybe double autistic. So let this be it, please. No? Okay, let's see if I can even get it. Hopefully I do get it tonight. If not, I'll say it again. I'll Try and get the Voltorb on next Thursday. I'm gonna hunt it. 1996 to 2002 in the US, probably not too popular. 1996, I was 2 years old at that point. And I didn't understand English before the year 2007, so wasn't able to really... Yeah. I wouldn't have probably not known about it. Double autistic Latias and random dragon dude talk about a joke. Definitely. One of the many moments, isn't it? Alright, 5 seconds. Let's see. Do I get it today? In Iraq we have a graveyard called the Valley of Peace. The Valley of Peace. That's a really nice name. Just like in Kung Fu Panda. Oh yeah, don't they also have something like that in the movie? It's been a while. I actually really liked all the movies. I mean, I didn't watch the 4th one. But I was pleasantly surprised about the trilogy. Biggest graveyard with more than 6 million person in it. Dead in it? Well, alive, that would be very strange, indeed. Jeez, that seems like a place I'd go to. Or are you one of these people who like to go on, like to graveyards and just walk there and vibing? Hey there, animator, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? Hi, my cousin got me the Celebi bonus disc. Oh, really nice, very good. I wonder how much do they cost? That event was never released in the PAL region. At least I don't think so. So it'd be interesting to see. At least maybe if I can get it for an okay price, I'll definitely try and fetch one on my own, a Celebi bonus disc. You're very good? Oh, that's better than good. Holy crap, there's a spider on my roof. Just leave it. Or are you really afraid of spiders? A bit like that? Oh, so you like the vibe. Guess you can say that I do, but not always. I mean, you're not automatically a creep when you do it. I do understand that you maybe... I know people who do it who are not being creepy about it. They just say they want to spend some time alone and contemplate about life and death. And I mean... You're not hurting anyone by walking to a graveyard, so... Don't understand the single Celebi is so complicated to understand. What do you mean is complicated to understand? I know that I've seen that I'm a Blissey has made some more events again. I really need to get them onto my R4 and then inject them on my games, because they should be able to work on my Sapphire and my Ruby. And then I can hunt the likes of Jirachi, the 3 legendary beasts, so that would be Suicune, Entei, and Raikou. And if I'm not mistaken, all of them can be transferred through home without any major hiccups. So that I'll definitely do these as well, the unofficial events that I'm a Blissey has programmed. No, I want a blue Voltorb. Graveyards kind of give me a mood like, yo, these people saved us from trauma. Oh, if you go through, like through war graveyard, yeah. It's really sad. I mean, there's a graveyard in northern Italy where, like, a huge chunk of my ancestors lie. And some of them, it's really sad to see that there's some gravestones are dedicated to little babies that died because there wasn't a vaccine for these diseases yet. It's just pretty, I don't know, that makes me sad seeing you know, the picture of the deceased person and then it's a toddler, it's a little baby. And unfortunately that's life. I just hope that never happens to, or doesn't happen a lot, because I can definitely imagine that that is one of the worst things to experience as a mother. Or as a father, I mean, doesn't have to be gender specific. Everything I can't even understand if it's legal or legit. It should be legit, right? You got the bonus disc. And that was the only legit way of getting a Celebi back then, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, is the spider getting closer? You can already write your will, and it's the spider's house now. I'm sorry, Arch. Anyone watch the regular show back then, when it was new? No, I never watched regular show. All I know is there's some character that's a bird, a blue bird. You're gonna rewatch it all, but I've heard good things about it, honestly. I've heard that it was a fun show. One of the reasons I don't want children because I'm overprotective. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Still no shiny. The spider's fast. Oh, jeez. What kind of spider is it even? Is it like a thin, long-legged one, or is it a hairy one? I think the long-legged ones are those I don't like. I like the thick, furry ones. I actually think these are pretty cute. And people think I'm insane for having that opinion, but, well, that's just what I think. Ah, there we go. The cable kind of had was kind of lodged out. I had to put it back in again. Maybe the sound was gone for a while. He's just a baby, I can't tell. Well, it depends. I mean, usually spider babies are very small, so you almost can't really make them out. But if you can see it and it's still young, then I guess it's a female. Let me tell you, the Celebi, if you try researching it, you'll go down a deep rabbit hole and start questioning the Celebi. Okay, now you've piqued my interest, animator. I do wonder why that Celebi is so hard to get. Oh, excuse me. What is it with that Celebi? I mean, I like myself some rabbit holes that are oddly specific and that I can get lost in for several hours, so thank you for the suggestion. And it's just a bonus disc one. But I do wonder how or why. Wow, when you want to say how and why at the same time. But unfortunately, words aren't like quantum positions where you can have two words merged. I refreshed the page and there's no message from me too. Probably it hasn't been sent because of my bad connection in the basement. Yeah, I mean, we still managed to communicate with one another, so we're all good. Not hard to get that Celebi. I mean, I need the disc, right? And I'm pretty sure that that disc only exists in the NTSC format, so the American format. And I have done testing with, like, I have the e-catalog Japanese GameCube disc where you can get the Tails, Knuckles, and Amy Chow. And I tried to get these Chow onto my PAL save files, but it didn't work. It really just, I tried so many things and it just didn't work. Because I wanted to write something onto Chow Hippotank or the Chow Island forums for documentation, because getting that e-catalog, you don't see it every single day on eBay. And maybe if I get the Celebi disc, I probably think it's gonna be the same scenario, that I can't put the Celebi onto my PAL game. My brain is so messed up with how much I overthink things. I'm the type of guy, if you ask him 1 + 1 is, I would take 3 hours to see if there's a mind trick. Oh, I definitely know what you are talking about. Sometimes overthinking things is not the most efficient or good. Like, you can think too much and make yourself stuck or get stuck in certain situations, definitely. Everyone says it can be shiny, right? I don't know. Everyone is saying it can or cannot be shiny. Dude, some people rarely still search its whole RNG algorithm. I thought it can be shiny. Because, oh gee, I just saw it on eBay. It's like 157 euros. Are you kidding me? I don't have that kind of money. Spiders cute? Yeah, spiders are cute. Maybe send a picture and post it into the pets Discord so we can all look at the beauty of the spider. Well, maybe not. I don't know if I have arachnophobic viewers in my Discord. But what I wanted to say, Animator, is I think the Colosseum bonus disc Celebi should be shiny, as in it should be possible to get it as a shiny, because shiny locking wasn't a thing back then. I don't know if it can. But that's something I think I'm gonna try to see if it. Okay, I just accidentally got on the bike. Doesn't change anything in terms of frames, but still. Spider on the picture cannot eat you, nothing to worry about. Kind of comes across like that meme, the X isn't real, it can't hurt you, with the psychologist or therapist and then the X in question. Everyone says it can't. Well, what about our good guy, I'm a Blissey? He's pretty much the authority when it comes to RNG manipulation and shininess and all that in Generation 3. Well, pretty much he's one of the people I would go to if I had questions like that. I do wonder if he has anything to say to that. But that would be worth it. I can check if I get if I can maybe get the ROM of the Celebi disc, so I don't need to shell out 157 euros. That's not the kind of money I have lying around right now. And even if I do, there's bills that need to be paid first. Because someone said it was coded that if it rolled into a shiny PID, it re-rolls for a normal one. He said so too. Oh, he said so as well. So apparently it can't be shiny. Well, the events he made, they can be shiny, but I mean, that's kind of the point that he makes them. Oh, you got into the Elite Four with your Emerald Grass challenge. Did you beat the Elite Four? Or is that like the final thing you need to do? Yeah, you can take a picture of when you beat the Elite Four and then post the team into Discord. The IVs can be RNG'd, well, at least that. I don't know, I'll sleep tonight from this Celebi. So let me get this straight. You are trying to get that Celebi as a shiny, I assume? I don't know if you... I mean, I know you were a... I first saw you in one of Amablissy's streams. I don't know if you've ever attempted RNG manipulation on your own. Always try to maybe show the viewers. I mean, I have so many shinies. Don't know where to put them. So, definitely worth it if you want shinies without really having to waste too much time. No, still no shiny. Yeah, I can only speak in cat words now. Oh, I'm like fluent in so many languages. Do I need to be fluent in cat as well? I'm trying to see how powerful this single disc can be, but my mind has thought too much. My mind cannot relax. I see you're really into figuring all out about that Celebi, that specific Celebi. But it's good that people have the disc, because in that, like, you can actually do some, let's say, research. I mean, I guess you can call it research. Because it was back then when I got the e-catalog thing in 2017. I didn't really find a lot of information on the internet about it. And neither on YouTube. No, I want a shiny. My best two Pokemon are Ludicolo and Sceptile. Ludicolo has Mega Drain, Blizzard, Ice Beam, and Surf. Very classic move pool. And Sceptile with Leaf Blade and... what's that? Pursuit, I assume. Dragon Claw and Iron Tail. Hey there, Kaiser comes in. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? No shinies yet. And funny thing, well, first off, shout out to my patron Kaiser Kamazin. And second, well, I woke up just before I had to stream. I did take a nap today, which was a bit longer than I anticipated, but for some reason I woke up before it was time to stream. So that was pretty funny, but still somewhat dazed, but I'm more awake now, more cognizant, more conscious. Insert any synonym that fits. And I'm trying to get the Voltorb. If I don't get it tonight, I'll definitely try next week again, before the Why Not. My mind is in pain. I know how it is when you get something like the day I got the action replay. I just was the whole day thinking about, okay, I need to check that and test this and that, because there's Chow colors you can only get in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle if you use the action replay, because there's some colors that were meant to be in the game or not meant, and they were dummied out, but you can still get them that way. And me never having had these colors, I really wanted to see that, and that was all that was on my mind for way too long. Still no shiny. course people text me the most when I'm busy with streams. And the whole day where I'm not doing it, well, you know, kind of funny in a way that keeps happening. Started a new job, so I haven't had time to send anything yet. Yeah, no problem. Have you... I was about to ask, how was the job? Because I remember you starting something new. Also won't be here for too long today, have to work in an hour or so. That's okay. I'll probably stop streaming in about an hour. But hopefully the new job is doing you good. And that you enjoy it. Well, at least to a certain extent, right? How long on the shifts? That's a good question. I know people, or I talk to people who would prefer very long shifts, but then less days in the week that they had to go to work. And others thought that was the worst idea ever, but that's very interesting how people have such different reactions or thoughts about what constitutes as a good work plan and what doesn't. To be fair, I suppose that it also depends on what you're doing. 6 to 7 hours depending on the day. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Absolutely no problem. Yeah, don't work as the night guard in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Don't think any salary, no matter how well paid, wouldn't be worth it. Work 24-hour shifts 2 to 3 times a week. It was hell. 24-hour shifts? How is that even doable? I mean, sure, that would probably be legal in a situation like you are in right now with the war going on. I assume it was during the war you had to work 24-hour shifts. But I don't think I could work 24-hour shifts. And imagine being super exhausted afterwards and then you have to drive home. Oh, jeez. You have to be really tough, Alex, that you could do that. Felt like I'm in Norway. How come? Oh, because you only saw night and night? Basically no sun up? Want longer shifts to make more money because this is going to help me pay rent? Or maybe your greedy landlord can lower the rent, but that's not gonna happen. I work every day of the week, so I have about 40 to 45 hours a week. Ooh. Hope the pay is good. It was illegal, we had to work 12 hours a day, 12 hours night next day, but everybody decided to work 24 hours to drive less because this place was far from the city and the road takes up to 3 hours for some people. Yeah, it is illegal. Definitely. Jeez, and they got away with that? Did you at least get some kind of hazard pay or like a boost in your salary because of these conditions? I assume not, because I mean, if you're already going to do this illegal crap, then can't be sure about the rest. Right. Come on, I want the... At least one. At least give me one RNGesus. I know I can get it. I mean, I've demonstrated for myself before, but once I go live, this blue ball doesn't want to show up. And the thing is, I can get 3. Well, one is Jolly, that's 6-minute wait, but why not? I could attempt it if I get the other 2 first. Payment was not that bad compared with other places, and I was lucky to live close to that place. It took me 20 minutes to drive to go there. But still, getting in the car while being very exhausted, I mean, the sleep that you can fall asleep behind a wheel, and just not watching the road for 1 second can prove fatal. So, jeez, these conditions, man. My advice: understand the concept of agetocelebi. Do not research, your brain is gonna get filled. Too late, I'm gonna research it now. You can't just bait me with these things. My brain is like, oh, new information, that is a rabbit hole with unnecessarily complicated things. Now I need to know. That's the problem when you're too curious. Oh, so that is the Japanese bonus disc one, okay. The other side lived far from the city, so it took me about an hour to get to Odessa. We managed to sleep at least 5 hours each shift. Only sometimes we didn't sleep at all. Okay, so at least you got 5 hours of sleep. That's not ideal, but not ideal is much better than nothing at all. No, well, too late, buddy. Too late. That's why I'm glad that real info hazards, like in the, in the SCP Foundation stories or any internet web horror original content, whatever you want to call it. I'm glad that these things don't exist, because I'd be already dead having to look up these things. For some reason, my brain is doing this to me. So apparently you can get as many agetocelebes as you want. So kind of like the Jirachi from Pokemon Channel that was exclusive to the PAL region. I used to watch a lot of boxing matches and movies, especially Rocky Balboa. That's a classic. I guess it helped me school when I got bullied. Oh yeah, watching a fighting, so that, yeah, I know, I understand what you mean. Kind of a way to let out that energy, that frustration. Not ideal, but that is not for me. I need specific amount of sleep, and I don't like when something wakes me up. You guys over there being productive members of society on 5 hours of sleep, and when I get 5 hours of sleep, I'm like gone. I just can't. The boiled one phenomena, yeah, I'm so happy that isn't a real thing. I'd be cursed and dead and I don't know, whatever, trapped, I don't know. I'd be messed up. Because my brain is just immediately, oh, something. Don't look that up. My brain is like, look it up now. And I regret it a lot of the times. Okay, that was not correct. That timing, nope. Let's try again. Oh, Omnil, you'll see. Start with it can be shiny or not will be the biggest pain. Then at least you're not alone on that animator. We can share the burden of that pain. As I was mainly the guy in the lab at night, I had to wake up a lot to solve some things or answer somebody. Not a consistent sleep, torture for me. Oh, so you never knew when you'd be woken up, and oh yeah, that would definitely get under my skin as well. Oh, geez, yeah. Sleep consistency. It's not just the length and the quality of sleep that's important. Doctors and scientists and other reliable sources have told me that the consistency of the sleep is also very important. No, that's not what I want. I want one that's blue. Come on, I can do it. I pulled it off already. Why can't I do it live? You know, I'm like the electron. I behave differently while observed. Remember after I watched Rocky Balboa 4, a kid tried to bully me in school? Aw, always these kids. So I start punishing him like Ivan Drago or Apollo Creep. Even kill him in the movie because of how hard it was. I have to admit I've never watched the Rocky Balboa movie, which I want to rectify. I want to watch them, but I've never got around watching them. But through cultural osmosis, I know what happens. Somewhat. I know what happens in the movies. But I definitely need to get around watching them, because they are a very important part of pop culture. Let's do that. Maybe I can change up and... yeah. Let me change up and go to the other Voltorb. Also watch Bruce Lee. I will never forget about Chuck Norris versus Bruce Lee. Oh, okay. Well, no, then it's gonna be this one. No! Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Okay, let's stop it. Pay them Magnemite. Did you watch all the Bruce Lee movies? There's several. Okay, let's save like this. And try again, because I said that last time. Apparently, depending on how your trainer is facing, it can change the frame rate somewhat. The worst thing was there were emails I should reply almost immediately, and there were no sound notifications for it. Oh, jeez. So I was like checking PC every couple of minutes, no matter what I did. There were a lot of other works to do in the lab, especially with chromatographics. Okay, that's a very... sounds interesting. I mean, if you're not allowed to say what it was about, or if you don't feel like sharing it, then that's fine and understandable. But I do wonder what kind of job that was. One of my grade school teachers was just arrested for something really screwed up. Whoa, what? Screwed up? I think I know what you're trying to say. Is it the kitty touching thing again? Because it's just always like that, isn't it? What did I just do? I soft reset it again. A stupid Yana. Just press A, not soft reset. Jesus. Is this a soft resetting stream? I thought RNG manipulation. Yeah, I just did a very stupid thing. For some reason, I just don't get the Voltorb. I know the delay. I don't even get it when I use the calibration. For some reason, this area gives me problems. But I have gotten it offline. I just did the calibration there to see if the delay of 85 was wrong, and no, it's not. Watch 4 movies from Bruce Lee. Oh, you can't say anything about it? Okay, that's fair. Resetting stream. Well, technically, if you watch other shiny hunters, they don't get that many shinies as if it's RNG manipulation. Well, I've done it with calibration and it doesn't really... didn't help. But yeah, other other streamers who just do the normal not RNG manipulation, sorry, do the normal shiny hunting. I mean, sometimes they reset for thousands of times, or they do run arrays for thousands of times before encountering one. Oh, yeah, of course it was that. I'm not gonna read it out aloud, but how disgusting that they become a teacher just to do that, to have the power over people who don't know any better. It's just keeps happening. It's just very hard to keep having faith in humanity at this point. Was working in the control test lab on shipping vegetable oils. So we did all kinds of safety tests and also control. We test other labs to be sure the tests are right. Ah, okay. Okay, I see. And that needed to be a night thing? Okay, interesting. But still, these working condition, 24-hour shifts, that... Oh, jeez. Wasn't on any student, but one of their own kids. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Not that that makes it any better, of course, but... Jeez. Well, good thing they're... I assume they're behind bars, at least in jail. Faith in humanity. I cannot trust humanity due to the existence of Gen Alpha. Hey, come on, cut Gen Alpha some slack. They're not even adults yet. Or what's wrong with Gen Alpha? Aren't you also Gen Alpha? Or are you Gen Z? ZZ, whatever you wanna, however you wanna pronounce it. But yeah, Gen Alpha, they aren't even able to vote yet, so they're either kids or teenagers at this point. Can tell if I can call my sister abusive, but she still loves me, but does not redeem her bad things that she did to me from calling every good thing about me bad. Oh, you're Gen Z? Sorry. Yeah, some people take the cut-off dates when you're supposed to be Gen Z and when you're supposed to be Gen Alpha sometimes changes. But yeah, excuse me, I'm just a stupid millennial. Or Gen Y if you wanna. The attention span? Well, as in iPad kids or phone kids, I do see that. I also heard that from teachers. I know multiple teachers in real life, and jeez. Apparently the reading comprehension and the attention span, among other things, critical thinking, have gone downhill. Which I'm not surprised if you kind of watch how today's parents raise their kids, as in they don't raise them at all. I thank God every day I am Gen Z and not Gen Alpha. Oh jeez. I'm trying to just few years off of being a millennial. Yeah. I think the cutoff date is sometimes considered to be 1996, which would make my husband the youngest millennial. I'm at the late end, very late end of millennials. So there's millennials that still have memories from the late 80s, which I can't have because it didn't exist back then. I swear there's gonna be people saying I identify myself as a millennial, I identify myself as Gen Z. Yeah, not that you can really identify yourself with that, but I do know some Gen Zers who told me that they feel culturally more millennial than Gen Z. And some things that are considered to be Gen Z in America are actually maybe millennial things in Europe, because some trends just came over very late to Europe or never took off. So there's definitely some excuse me, some nuance here. But I just take the general definition of when it has a 50%. What? Once got 100 out of 100 in English test. Nice, perfect. Instead of saying good job, little brother, and she said if you were good, you would be good in other things though. Oh, that's mean. Not that bad, I'm pathetic for being happy. Yeah, that's mean. Just dismiss that comment. Don't let it spin in your brain. Just don't give comments like these any room. I know this is really hard to actually pull off, and it's much easier said than done. I definitely understand that, but if I could turn back time or like rectify mistakes I did as a teenager, I would definitely do that. Like, not let these kinds of thoughts ruminate in my brain, because they just hurt you more. It's much better if you just say, no, that was toxic, that was stupid, but it's done now, it's in the past, and I try to learn from it. May seem dumb, but what is Gen Z and Alpha? Can someone tell me? Generally speaking, I mean, some generations, kind of like in Pokemon generations, well, not really, but if you're born between, I think, 1984 and 1986 and 1996, you're called a millennial, because that was the generation that consciously perceived the change of the millennials. So from 1999 to 2000, I also still remember that. These people are called millennials, or Gen Y. Then the ones after that, I think born until to the 2010s, or 2015, I think. 2015 maybe. Those are called Generation Z, or Z, so after Y comes Z. And the ones growing up now and still, I think, being born are called Generation Alpha. That's just a moniker that generation's got. Because you can clearly see I grew up differently from a lot of... still no blue. I grew up differently than a lot of children did today. I didn't have everything with touch screen. I grew up with an internet that was different from the internet how it is today. I grew up with the video games being low bits and then seeing them become more and more complex. And I also grew up in a time where not everyone was constantly on their phones, so we do definitely have differences in how we view technology, how we use it. Hopefully that kind of explains it. Oh, so it's people born after 2012? Okay. 24 hours. Ukraine produced a lot of oil, the biggest exporter of sunflower seed. Oh, yeah, true. Before war, I don't know what the situation is now. Oh, that was before the war then. Okay, I see. But yeah, that's just the generation thing. You've ever heard of boomers? Well, a boomer is not a old person. That's not the correct usage of the term. Boomer comes from the term baby boomer, and those are people born after, 19. I think the starting point is 1945, where the Second World War ended. And there was a boom in babies being born because these soldiers returned from the war. They returned to their spouses or their girlfriends or whatever, and you can kind of imagine what happened. When that atrocity is over and you finally see your partner, you do some nature thing, you know? And then there was a huge boom of babies being born, and that's why we call those people baby boomers. So that's the generation of my parents. Them being born in the 50s makes them baby boomers. And the generation that came before me, that would be my sister, for example, those are called Generation X. And then there's another, so X, Y, Z, that's why it's called like that. And I think the generation before the baby boomers are called the silent, no, not the silent one, the great generations or the silent generation, I'm not sure. I know like one of the oldest friends that I have is from that generation, who actually did have experiences from the war, as in they knew how it was, and didn't get born after the whole fiasco has been over. And according to my YouTube statistics, most of you are either my generation or younger. So a lot of them are either millennials or Generation Z. I keep forgetting, is Z or Z the British pronunciation? I keep mixing them together because I grew up with learning English, like both British and American English intermingled. Silent generation is from 1928 to 1945. Oh yeah, okay, so it's the silent generation. I think the greatest generation is the generation before that. Jeez, Ahmed. I mean, I understand being angry at a relative, but don't you think that goes too far? I mean, that is an extreme thing to say there, Ahmed. I don't know if she deserves that. There's not a lot of people that deserve that. Z is British, Z is American. Ah, okay, thanks. No, my age on YouTube is incorrect. It's like 5 years older than I actually am. Yeah, I assume that some people have set their age to be wrong. I know my husband, when he opened up his first YouTube account, he made it so that he's 160 years old, which obviously he's not. But geez, Ahmed, that comment though. I mean, I don't blame you for having very angry feelings, but I think you don't, or I hope you don't really mean what you wrote, because I don't think she deserves that. Even really mean people, I mean, that is really... There are some people where I would say they deserve it, but I don't think your sister is among them. I definitely see to maybe find ways to deal with these emotions. I mean, I definitely understand having to deal with hatred like that, or like hating people you that bullied you. Being angry, having thoughts of retaliation of any kind. I understand that. I don't blame you for that. But, well, this would definitely go too far. And I'm very sure you'd be much happier if you learned to deal with these kinds of emotions. And if she's still not to your liking, I mean, you can still go no contact with family members, or try to go no contact. Understand that you don't know her, but she's been hurting me since I was 6, and I mean, every letter I would take pride. Oh jeez. Wait, really? Are you saying that she hurt as in bullied, or hurt as in hit you and other things? I mean, I also have family members that I don't love at all and I don't want to see them again, but I wouldn't do that. No idea what age is set on my account. I think I'm the only one around here who was always honest with the age on the internet. Jeez, my chats always turn dark, don't they? Alright, after this reset I'm gonna try for the square one again. Let's see if it works this time. No. Why, oh why? I know you can appear. I know I can get it. So why don't you appear? So the modest one is 81 seconds. Oh no, what am I doing? That was A press too much. Jeez, not top of my game lately, as you can clearly see. What do you think? Can I get it tonight? At least one, hopefully. Well, let's see how it goes. Still not over. Still about half an hour that I wanted to go for. I do wonder, where is James at? Usually he should be here. Every reset I see you getting it. That's kind of you, Alex. I mean, I've already demonstrated that I can get it. It's just so annoying that for some reason this facility kind of, I don't know, I mean, you were there when I did it with calibration. It's just, even with calibration, I just never seem to hit the frame. Although it is definitely 85, I did test that. Let's see if this is the one that I'm looking for. No. Oh yeah, the fossil hunt that I did. Yeah, that was only like 15 minutes and then I gotten it. Yeah, that was my shortest stream yet, definitely. So now if I don't get the shiny for a long time, then the streams are gonna be more numerous and they're gonna be longer, so depends on what you want. I mean, I'm also here for the discussions that we have. That's also a factor that I look forward to. But yeah, getting back to you, Ahmed, I would definitely try. I mean, I'm not a psychologist, right? I'm just a random woman you don't even really know in real life, but definitely look into trying to regulate these emotions, because you don't want to end up in a YouTube video of 10 people that they unalive is a stupid word. I really hate saying that. It's not even a real word. You know, 10 siblings that killed their other siblings or something like that. You don't want to be on that, because then your life is over. And for what? Then your family is in shambles. That's something no one in your family is ever gonna forget. You're gonna be in isolation for the rest of your life. Or maybe I don't know about the laws in Iraq. Maybe you guys still have the death penalty. So, I mean, not trying to judge your emotions, but think about it logically. What would you achieve with that? Not a lot, right? Once I made my own birthday by myself and my sister got angry. She said, "You are too old. I'm 13 back in time and she's 30. She still makes her own birthday and I get no gifts. And she gets all the love." Yeah, that is very unfortunate, and things that are unfair like that unfortunately exist, but don't pick retaliations that go overboard, because that will bite you in the butt at one point. And if it's a big retaliation like that, where there's no going back, well then with the consequence there's no going back either. So I understand, I feel bad for you that you have that kind of situation going on, but think about the implications, right? Alright, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for the stream as always. Thank you for being part of the stream, and have fun at work. Get some good money, or make some good money. Hopefully they pay you well, and see you tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow is gonna be Safari Saturday. Hopefully I get the Pinsir then. Stupid little blue bug. Just runs away all the time, jeez. As if my life was not trash, the prison and death would be more happy among the dead. I mean, you can't be happy among the dead, because if you're dead, you're dead. You're not happy, you're not anything, you're dead. Well, it depends on what you believe in, of course, but and I mean, how is prison in Iraq? I assume it's much worse than prison in, I don't know, Luxembourg or somewhere else, where it's pretty tame compared to some other countries. Don't you still have, do you have Sharia law punishments in Iraq? Excuse me if that is a ignorant question, but Iraq is a Muslim country. And I do know that some Muslim countries have very extreme punishments for crimes. I bet we get an Oddish. Oh, we'll definitely get Oddish tomorrow. I can already see it. It's gonna happen. But yeah, with you being not happy, that's why I implore you to try and get help for your mental and emotional regulation. If you can get that, then you'll be much happier. And trust me, I'm saying this as a person who's also gone through very bad stuff. And it definitely helps. It's a better solution than to dish out punishments or retaliations that will definitely bite you in the butt later. If you manage to stand over that, what happened to you in your past, you're definitely, I mean, isn't that cool? They tried to hurt you and they wasted their time, and there you are, being over that. If my life was not present with my family, every member, the only member of my family that I truly loved was my mom. Is she still with you? Because is kind of implies that it's not like that anymore, because it's the past tense. Nope. But at least you had a good relationship to your mom. But yeah, having a bad relationship with family members, it's tricky to navigate, because other than friends, you can't really cut them out of your life that easily, especially if you're a minor like you are, Amit, and you're still under their supervision and you're still tied to them. So I definitely understand the kind of situation you're in is very difficult and complex and hard to process, definitely. Oh, you used to love her, but not as much as you used to? Well, that's sad. Did you just drift apart, or? I mean, I know people, a lot of people, maybe enough people, who don't like their parents, don't love them, for sometimes very good reasons. Just because family members are family members doesn't mean that they can do any toxic things they want to do. That's no excuse, right? And it will be a shiny now. Woo! No. Aw, come on. One day we're gonna get it. Then we're definitely gonna get it. And then I'm gonna have 3 different Voltorbs. Of course, one of them you can also get. As I said before in some streams, if you want a shiny Oddish or Clamperl or Whalmer, I don't ask any money for them because I have so many of them. Just take one. We can, over Discord for example, could check when we could trade. And then you can have one of the legendary, of course legendary not in that sense, but legendary as in you've seen them being caught. Have an Oddish, have a Clamperl, have a Whalmer. Oh, you're not a fan of your father, huh? My dad, I hate him so much that in front of all my cousins, I told my father after a problem that he was wrong, but he didn't say sorry or say I'm wrong. Oh, I hate that as well. I really don't like people like that. Told him, F you, you nothing you can call dad. Oh, wow. You said that in front of his face, in front of your cousins? It takes balls to do that. At least I have to tell you that. Wow. Well, I hope for you that the situation will become better in the future. Although that is very... Oh, there's so many variables when it comes to interpersonal relationship problems like that, and you know, I don't know the whole situation. I definitely read your side of the story, but I don't know the whole situation. I don't know the whole context, and they also have their whole little world in their head. Breaking news: 30 years old woman from Luxembourg becomes the person with the most Oddish. I think I might already be that, if that's a category that you would do. Luxembourgers with most, sorted by the amount of shiny Oddish they have. Yeah, I think I would be number 1. Just in time for the weed legalization. Well, at least you can. It's not legal per se. It is, but you can grow up to 4 plants at home in Luxembourg, but it's not like in the Netherlands where you can go into a shop and buy it. Which I'm not a fan of that double. It's just a double standard. I can, for example, I can right now go outside, buy liters and liters of alcohol. So much alcohol, in fact, that I would, if I consume it all, I would perish. And I could drive around with that. amount of alcohol in my trunk, but if I do the same with cannabis, that's somehow very illegal and bad. Kind of rude in Europe to call a 30-year-old woman a 30-year-old woman. No, nah, I don't never cared about that. I also, people ask me how much I weigh, I don't beat around the bush, I just say it. I mean, to be fair, it's been a while since I last weighed myself. People always acting that if you turn 30 that you hit a wall. That's just very misogynistic and internet brain rot thinking. It really depends on so many factors. I've seen people in their 40s looking like they're 40 years older, so like they're 80. I've seen people in their... Yeah, I've seen people that are 30 that you could mistake for 18-year-olds. It really depends. Yeah, I don't care about that. I mean, I get comments sometimes when people see my wedding ring. They tell me, oh, isn't that a bit too young to get married? And I'm like, how old do you think I am? And they think I'm 18, 19, 21, 22, something like that. And I'm like, no, definitely not. There's so many factors that de-age you or make you look appear younger or older. I never went sunbathing because my skin isn't made for that. I am a natural blonde. I don't get brown skin at all. It either gets more beige or I get a sunburn, so red. I always wore sunscreen, even in the winter. And I generally took care of myself. I didn't take drugs. I didn't do parties all night for so many nights. I got my sleep. I didn't eat fast food only. So, and of course, and that is just pure luck, I got lucky with genetics because generally people in my family, especially women, they tend to look much younger than they actually are. As in, with pretty lucky in that regard with when I develop wrinkles or something like that. Sunscreen, yeah. I always wear it, basically. When I go out, that's my to-go cream. That's my to-go moisturizing cream as well. It blocks off UV rays that damage your skin prematurely often. And well, who's laughing now? I mean, I remember when I was a teenager, after the summer holiday, all the girls would compare their tan that they got during the summer vacation. And of course, I didn't have a tan. At least you can't really, for my amount of, I did get darker skin, but beige and white, you know, or maybe eggshell. And they always made fun of me for not tanning. But I mean, look at me. If you've seen pictures of me which are on the internet, just of me, I'm not the type of person to get a tan. That's just not, I can't do that. I'm like the printer ran low on ink. So I can't call a 30-year-old female a woman in Europe. No, I think he's more alluding to the fact that if you call a 30-year-old woman a 30-year-old, I think it's with the age. For some reason, a lot of women get upset when you mention their age or if you ask their age. I'm not like that, so I don't understand why. But it's just, like, I guess you could say a common courtesy. And I keep forgetting that I'm 30, to be honest. Every time I have to give my age, I'm like, ah, yeah, true, I'm 30. I keep forgetting. I don't feel like that. I don't feel older. Basically, once I turned 20 something, the feeling didn't change. Didn't have body changes. I still have my still normal healthy weight. Yeah, it's the age thing. I mean, you can do it, but don't be surprised if a woman might be angry if you mention her age. I'm not like that, so I don't have a problem with that generally. I sometimes stump people when they ask me how much do you weigh, and I just flat out tell them my weight. And they're like, oh, you just said that to me? Well, yeah, what's the problem? When I turned 30, I remember myself, I'm 25, 27, something there. Yeah, I still feel, I couldn't put a specific number, but I still feel like 2x, like anything between 20 and 29. It's not like my stamina hasn't gotten worse, my health hasn't gotten worse. It really all it depends on so many factors. As I always say, some people age like the finest wine you can ever get, and other people age like milk in the sun. That's just how it is. Can't believe I'll turn 32 soon. I feel much less. Yeah, you don't feel your age either. Still no shiny. Is it like the Lugia stream where you need multiple streams to get it? Oh well. Not that that's too much of a problem. More streams, I guess, for you. More weird discussions about morbid things. More funny dream scenarios. Or whatever you want to share with me. I have a friend the same age, he looks about 45 or so. Yeah, it's really crazy. I know people who are much younger than me and they look like they could be my mom or my dad. It really, I mean, the aging rate isn't the same for everyone. I also know people who have become much more active and agile as they age, like in their 40s, and in their 40s they started to be very fit and muscular, and they look better in their 40s than they did back then in their 20s. That is also a thing. No idea why people on the internet just keep forgetting about that. You drink a lot? That's not really good. Can't say I blame you. Just remember, alcohol is a hard drug, right? It does a lot to you. But that's just a... What is it with you Ukrainians and Russians and Slavs and you and alcohol? What is it with that? There seems to be a alcohol culture going on in that region. Just like in Luxembourg, unfortunately. And Germany, I mean... Bavaria is basically the alcoholic mecca. When the Oktoberfest starts, you see so many people their pilgrimage to Bavaria to get SHIT face drunk. For some reason, people see me and they think I'm 37 years old. Do you already have a full-on beard? Because I do remember having someone in high school who with 15 already had a full-on beard, and he always said, oh, I can buy cigarettes and alcohol because they don't check for my ID, which wasn't nice, but that's because he really didn't look like a minor. He looked really adult, and I don't know what it was with his skin, but he already had some wrinkles, and that certainly made him look like he was, I don't know, 35, even older. Also, we fetishize youth way too much. It's, at least it's my opinion. You can be beautiful and old. I don't know why people don't see that. As in with women, when you ask what's a beautiful woman, you always see very young women. Yeah, if you ask women about a very good-looking man, you might get answers that, like what's his name again? George Clooney or something like that. Do you have people, very handsome men, but they are aged, they are old, but women still find them attractive, but the same thing unfortunately isn't the case, it seems, for women. Fun fact, Russians pick Christians over Islam because of the fact you can't drink in Islam. Yeah, that's, well, if that's so important to you that the other person can drink with you, then I guess, but then again, then the Muslim then dodge a bullet. I'd assume it would be very heartfelt being together with a person who has wildly different principles as you do. Oh, you have a mustache? Well. Let's see, is this the one? Also, sometimes clothes can make you look way older or way younger than you actually are. And I have the, I don't know, that's intuition, but I kind of think because I'm blonde, that people think I'm younger because of that as well. People have a tendency to link the concept of being blonde to youth. Alright, just got a message from James. Unfortunately, he can't make it today or tonight. Well, gonna stream for 4 more minutes, so it's not like it's gonna be of any use joining now. Well, maybe if you wanna be here for a couple of minutes. So how many shiny oddish will I get tomorrow? I think that's the real question. Do you think I'm gonna get the Pinsir tomorrow? Hopefully I will. I really hope for the Pinsir. Definitely want that Pinsir. Get dressed with high quality clothes. Ah, that's nice. Are they traditional Iraq clothes? Because I saw some, well, that wasn't clothes, but interior design in Iraq, and I really liked how colorful it was and how the elements were placed. Also some mosques that I saw that are really beautiful, very colorful windows that kind of played with the incoming light, with the colors. It was breathtaking, really. It was really beautiful. I don't think I, as a non-headscarf wearing atheist woman, would be allowed into the mosque. Probably not. Although I would just, I wouldn't do anything disrespectful, just I want to see how that looks on the inside. I've only seen it through pictures, but it's really nice. Not Iraqi clothes, just normal clothes. Oh, but still. Saw some of that interior design, was really nice. Really liked the colors. Let's see. Come on, be the one. Be the one. No. Let's see. What about the following reset? I tried to look like Albert Wesker from Resident Evil. How does it look like again? I have to check that. Vesker? Is that his name? Yeah, it is. Oh, that guy. Then you need to put gel in your hair, I guess. Do you like that particular character? Do you like the style? Or is it just one of your favorites? Haven't played Resident Evil in a long time. Feel sleepy. Hope I'll eliminate that target in my dream this night. Yeah, maybe this stream mission you'll get it. I also had dreams like that where I was part of a team and I had to get rid of something or someone. But it wasn't Putin, to be fair. My mom taught me how to make clothes with my own hands. Oh, you can make clothes. Very nice. That's a good skill to have. I can sew, but only with a machine, not with my own hands, because my hands are very stupid. And they have been stupid tonight. I didn't get a shiny. But you know what that means. I'll have a go at it again. And as always, thank you so much for being part of the stream. Hopefully I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow when it is time for the Safari Zone. And hopefully the Pinsir will not walk away, not run away, and just be caught. Finally get Area 3 over with. And like I said before, thank you for being part of the stream. Have a good one, goodbye, and good night.